evolving at first is an automatic, it's a manual process, because evolution is a lens. It's a perception. So I'm noticing that people are so quick to get somewhere rather than where they're at, because they don't see what I see. Okay, and hopefully through this video I can get you to see what I see. So before I had this lens, before I had this perception, I was always wanting what I didn't have, and then if I had something, not wanting it. Right? Not everything on either side, right? There were things that I wanted and I didn't have. There were things I didn't want, right? There were things I had and didn't want, and then there were things that I had that I wanted, okay? But in terms of suffering, suffering is a two-sided coin, okay? Which exists in wanting something you don't have and then having something you don't want, okay? It's the same coin, okay? Just two different sides. And I never looked at life in the sense of, like, because how I look at it now is I'm exactly where I need to be. And those words used to trigger me because they never told me what was behind that, right? And that's kind of like my thing in life, is I hear all of these fucking fancy-ass fucking frolicky butterfly sayings, but they don't tell me what the fuck it means. So I'm here to tell you what the fuck this means so that you can now see life the way I see life, okay? And basically it's this. When you... There's a fucking animal over there and it's making me lose my train of thought. Oh, so we're so quick to get to where we want to go that we don't realize that we're exactly where we need to be, because you can't see where you're at when you're so focused on where you need to go. And how do you... Oh, okay, Paul, how do I fix this? Basically, you realize that the circumstance that you want, it will naturally happen when you can be present, because when you're present, you'll realize that you're so not okay with certain things, and that's why you're not where you want to be. It's not because you can't have it. It's not because you're not worthy. It's not because, whatever lie you're telling yourself. But what's happening is there is something in the present moment that you currently aren't okay with. And until you become okay with it, the circumstances can't change. Like, the circumstances want to change. Like the whole what you want wants you, sure, we can believe in that. It sounds kind of woo-woo-y, kind of nonsensy, but we can believe in that. And the reason why you might not believe that, though, and the reason why I can see why I would believe that now, is because I'm realizing that there are certain things where I'm at right now that I'm not okay with. And the more I become okay with them, I will naturally become the person that will take the next step, that will show me more things that I'm not okay with, to a higher severity, to a higher degree. And then I sit there until I'm okay with them. Right? Because think about it. You almost have to think about it as, like, if you're a scuba diver, you can't come up too quickly, okay? And if you're not a scuba diver watching this, basically there's like barriers, right? Not barriers. There's like phases, right? If there was like 100 degrees of water 100 feet of water from here to here, okay? And each little thing was like 10 feet, okay? I think it's every 15 feet to be scuba diver correct. I think it's every 15 feet the pressure of water changes, okay? Now, you have to descend at a certain rate of speed, or else it will have harm on the body. You have to ascend, right? So when you go down to scuba dive, you can't go too quickly, okay? Your body has to pressurize, okay? And then when you're done diving and you come back up, you have to come up. You have to ascend, right, to a certain degree, okay? If you descend too quickly, if you ascend too quickly, it could damage the body. You could kill yourself, okay, under the right circumstances, under the right situation. That would equate death. Now, the same thing is for spiritual healing, okay, whatever you want to call it. I don't like the word spiritual because, fuck, they're like, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like the yoga. I don't like I just got done talking to a chick who does yoga, who does sound healing, who does all this stuff, and she's got so much shit. And it's like, I get it. She's doing the best she can do, but it's just like, I almost feel like you realize how not healed people are. Like, they go on it for, this is another video. I'm getting off topic. Anyways, when you are, when you are born, and you're born like pure consciousness. Let's just all agree with that. You're born pure consciousness. So you're born pure light. You're born. The societal term is innocence, right? They'll look at a child and they'll say, "Wow, look how innocent. Look how pure. Look how joyful. Look how joyous. Look how just they're just so beautiful. The energy of a child is just so beautiful because it's untainted by the lack of love. You know what I'm saying? So so let's say you're all born that, right? And then something happens. You experience a lack of love from a parent or a caregiver or whoever or whatever, right? Usually in childhood, okay? And it starts to take you down a phase, right? Just like scuba diving, right? You start taking yourself down phases, right? And it's not immediate. It's not, you don't go from pure innocence to I'm a fucking piece of shit and I just want to commit in self-delete, right? That's not how that works, right? Because then that would be too much for the system and you would probably experience death in the sense that you experience death scuba diving if someone just pulled you under, right? If like a humpback whale just grabbed you and just took you 400 feet deep, you would die, you know? If he took you fast enough, you would die before suffocation. You would die just from the pressure, okay? Probably. Don't check me on that. The same is now let's say you didn't die, and let's say he brought you up too quickly, you would die from that. So it's the same with spiritual healing. I fucking hate that word, and I hate the word healing too, because it's not a healing journey; it's a holding journey. There's nothing you need to heal. Nothing's wrong with fucking any of you. The only thing that's wrong with you is that you think something's fucking wrong with you. Thank God though, because now I get a job, and I fucking love my job, which is helping people realize that nothing's fucking wrong with them. What a beautiful thing for you to do, to employ me. Thank you for employing me at the expense of your own self-harm, at the expense of your own self-peace. But that's fucking hilarious. Okay. So in the sense that you can't go, you can. It's just going to. It's not going to. I don't know what would happen, but there's things designed for your body, like your nervous system. Your nervous system won't let it happen. Okay, it just won't. Okay, because it's just too much to your system. Okay, but so it works in that same degree. Okay, and this is how it's like, Paul, get to the fucking point. I know, just fucking listen to me. I'm about to change your life. Okay. It works in the same degree over, time, right? Through your childhood, you start getting further and further. Okay, we'll do time this way. Over time in your childhood, you start telling yourself more and more stories from the lack of love that you're experiencing, rightfully so. So you're here, you're pure innocence, and then you start just fucking fizzling out. And then you just start getting into really low energies. You start like experiencing shame and guilt and fear and panic and anxiety, and all of these symptoms that people will label as mental illness, right? It's not mental illness for 90% of people. It's just a lack of love experienced with, they're not following the rules of the body, right? The body needs things to exist, like a certain tree. Like a species of tree can exist in certain areas. There are species of human that can exist in certain areas. And then there's a diet to the tree, right? It needs sunlight, it needs water, right? If it didn't have sunlight, if it didn't have water, it wouldn't be able to survive. So it's the same thing with human beings, right? Living in certain places you're not supposed to live in long term, right? Could lead to a lack of vitamin D or whatever. And then you're eating certain things, you're not following, right? Like it's so funny. We try to disobey the physics of this God-given instrument and think that we're above, it's like, oh man, let's just fucking grind. It's just like, okay, brother, that is going to catch up to your health. So beautiful birds, if you can hear them, absolutely lovely. Anyways, the reason why you're watching this video is how do I become okay with where I'm at? And that's what I'm getting to. Just stay with me here. So what was I saying? Yes. So when you're here and you recognize your healing journey, right? Whatever timeline, whatever you want to believe in, it happens on everyone's own timeline or whatever. Okay, cool. We'll go with that. I'm not sure. Sounds like another religion to me, which I don't really believe in, but I like this story a little bit better. Okay. So So you go down, 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 and then whenever you recognize that you're doing it to yourself, you kind of stop. But what they don't tell you is that the process back up is just as painful. I would even say more painful relative to where I'm at now. If you asked little me, he would probably disagree. He'd probably say what happened was way more painful. But right now, this is the most painful thing I'm experiencing that I can remember. Okay. And the reason why you can't just go from here to here is it's gonna be too much on your system. You're gonna, I don't know what would happen. But there's a reason why you're going at the speed that you're going, okay? And it's basically, you basically get from here all the way down to here through not okayness, okay? Something happens, and then you go, oh, this is not okay about me, okay? This is not okay. This is not okay. And then you just keep repeating this. And you just keep getting further, and here's okayness, here's love, and you just keep getting further and further away from the source, and you keep getting closer and closer to not okayness. Right? I think that's why a lot of people actually commit suicide, believe it or not. And I think if the world can understand this, I think suicide rates would drop heavily, at least for the ones related to this. I think there's other reasons why people commit suicide, but I wanted to because of how not okay I was. Okay, so basically, you have to go back through the not okayness and apply okayness, and it sucks. It does not feel good. I would say it sucks as in the sense of like, man, I'm exhausted. I am actually very drained because I just learned how to feel within the past 5 days, and all of these energetic bodies from the future and the past are hitting me. They're collapsing on me at the speed that I can handle it without disassociating, right? I've disassociated a couple of times because it's just so much. But I'm learning how to be okay with exactly where I'm at, and that's what I'm sharing with you guys. I keep saying that because I'm like, the viewers fucking wanting to hear it. Just follow with me. And I really, what I need to do is I just need to tell myself it's okay. It's okay, to talk as much as I'm talking. But basically, look at it as like a video game where, if you've ever played an RPG and you start off the game level 1 and then you walk into the wrong territory and they're level 99 and you get your shit like whacked, just go level up on the level 1s over and over and over and over and over until it's no longer a challenge. That's basically what evolving is life will show you where you are not okay with yourself. And it's showing you so that you can become okay with yourself, so that it can show you the next self that you are not okay with. And it just repeats that process until there is no more not okayness left. And that's a place I want to get to, and hopefully get the opportunity to get to. And I'm learning to be okay with not getting there, which is actually now why I think I have an even greater chance of getting there. Okay? Because I was really worried about not getting there. I wrote down, this is a great exercise for you guys, by the way, is get a piece of paper and write down all the things that if you died and they didn't happen, you wouldn't be okay with. And if you died and they had happened, you wouldn't be okay with. And then write 2 pieces of paper. After you die, if these things didn't happen, you wouldn't be okay. After you died, if these things did happen, you wouldn't be okay. Okay? During your life. And now you're dead, so now you no longer get to play this game. Okay? Write down on both those 2 pieces of paper and just look at them, because they carry energy. There's emotions you feel. You're just looking at words. And you can literally feel, I can look at, oh, gosh, if I was about to, have sex with a girl and my psychogenic ED kicked in, God, I wouldn't be okay with that. And if I just write that down, okay, if I died and I never cured my psychogenic ED, just saying that is bringing up emotions in me that I can feel, and I'm just like, it's okay. It's okay if that happens. It's okay. It's okay. Because, and here's another tip, is circumstances cannot be okayed. Only feelings. Circumstances are okayless. They can't be okay and not be not okay, or they can't be okay and be not okay. They're okayless. You can't put okay or not okay on them. It's the feelings that are not okay. The circumstance is just revealing to you the version of yourself where you, in the previous time of your life, brought not okayness to you. You brought a lack of love to you. So then, boom, an energetic body was created out of a lack of love. And basically, you have to go back in the present. You have to go back in time to that moment and bring okayness to that not okayness, and then it will collapse that. And then you'll feel less depressed, right? So, again, another video or whatever. But basically, how to become okay with it is realizing that life is basically this RPG, right? Where you're basically all of these level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 are just levels of not okayness. And if you experienced, right, if you just started your journey and you experienced a level 99 not okayness when you just started your journey, you're fucked. Like, you're going to get your shit clapped and you're not going to play the game anymore. You know what I'm saying? Life doesn't want you to do that. It doesn't want you to not play it. It doesn't want you to not win. It wants you to win. Okay? I think there's a squirrel or a bird in this tree right here. Oh shit, another bird. These birds sound to me. I hope you guys can hear these birds. They sound like immaculate. Like, it's so insane how insane they sound. Oh wow. Oh my god. My nervous system is loving this. Okay. Anyways. I hope you guys can hear those birds. Fuck. I mean, it's like an orgasm in my brain. Basically, you're realizing that you're going at the speed of okayness, right? Like, if what is it? E equals mc squared. So you're traveling at the speed of light squared. You are traveling at the speed of okayness squared. That's it. So you're exactly where you need to be, because you're just learning how to become okay with what you're not okay with at the level that you're at. And then, just like in the RPG, when you're like whooping level 1's ass to where it becomes easy, to where you're like, okay, this is fucking boring. Like, I'm ready for level 2. Now you can go up. Now you can go up. Because there's nothing to drag you back down. It's okayness. That doesn't mean you can't lose to this guy anymore. That just means you're okay with losing to that guy. Does that make sense? I hope you guys, if you really get what I'm saying, you're gonna fucking... That was the whole point of the video right there. 17 minutes and 50 seconds. That was the whole point of the video. Hopefully everything I said before that just made it click and you just got it. But, because this is what a lot of people get incorrect about healing. Is like, oh, okay, so this will never happen again. No. It's about, okay, losing to that thing. That level 1 boss that you can't beat right now. It's just like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then through your okayness, you then beat him. But that doesn't mean like you can, yeah. It's just about being okay, right? So that there's nothing to get like snagged on, right? Like think of like you're running through a forest, and you're just like a very dense forest with all of like these prickly vines, and you're just getting snagged, right? What's happening is you're just running through all of these versions of yourself that you created through not okayness. And now to clear the forest, you have to clear the forest with okayness. You have to walk through it. You have to feel where the not okayness was, and it fucking hurts, and you have to sit in it and apply okayness to it. Not to change it. It's not to change it. It's not that this feeling, hey, this feeling's okay. No. It's okay that I'm feeling this feeling. This feeling's okay to feel. Right? Right? So, because basically, we don't want to never experience our feelings again. We just want to be okay with the feelings that we do experience. Okay? And when you become okay with whatever feeling, then it can never hold you back. Because you're going to have the feelings that you have right now that you think are the reason why you can't get here. You're going to have them here. You're just going to be okay with them here. And that's why you're here. Does that make sense? And the reason you're not here is because in between here and here are things that you think need to not be there for you to be here. But through becoming okay with them, you're going to realize that you have them here too. And that is the fucking journey. And that can take people a lifetime to fucking figure out, right? I've just been blessed to have gone through absolute hell to be forced to find my heaven so early. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good reframe of the shit that people go through. But yeah, I'm going to go catch this sunset, go do some sun gazing. Hopefully that helped. But that's what it's about. That's how you can become okay with where you're at, by the way. Is realizing that you will be where you're at until you are okay with where you're at. Not that you have to stay there, not that you have to accept it, but just, hey, and you are where you're at because of the feelings that you have about being where you want to be. You think you can't have them. It's like, oh, I'm not there because of these feelings. No, you're not there because you think the feelings are the reason you're not there. But wait until you find out that the feelings that you have that you think are the reason you're not there, wait until you get there and you realize that you still have the same feelings. You're just okay with them when they come up, so they don't hold you back anymore. So hope you enjoyed. Hope that changes your life a little bit. And keep following me. I'm just going to keep documenting my my journey to enlightenment. Let's see if I get there.